Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks. Or if this is your first time, welcome to the channel and the live stream. And Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, using the resources you have, being kind to one another, and maybe living a different lifestyle, maybe something like living in a car, RV, van, truck, tiny home. And also it's about achieving a goal, which stands for get out and live. And I really believe in that philosophy to don't just keep yourself locked up in the house, to get out and enjoy life. So welcome to the live stream. And we're having a bit of a celebration today because we hit 10,000 subscribers. Woo! We'll wait till more people get in here, but I just wanted to say hello to everybody that's already here. Hey, okay. Hey, HDJKSA52, you have so many questions. All right, well, you can start asking those questions. I'm glad you love the channel. Hey, Janaya, definitely fun and games today. Hey, Grant, how are you? Hey, Mike, how's it going? Popped popcorn. Popcorn popped along with soda. Ooh, now I want popcorn. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Hey, Rhea. Rhea's with us today. Hello, Mrs. Mike. Hey, Tanya, how's it going? Let's see, who else is in here? Hey, Fake Freedom, how's it going? Husband and wife here on our 12th wedding. Oh, we have another thing to celebrate. Everybody say happy anniversary to Mike and Rhea. 12 years is a long time. Hey, Known Rights, how are you? Hey, Timo Music and Brandy Joe Griffin, hello. Hey, Van Life Rocks, hey, Ray. Hey, Robert. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Oklahoma. Congrats on, thank you so much. I see 100K in your future. Yes, that's all the Snack Pack. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Where are you from? You have a Great Lakes accent. Am I correct in assuming that? Actually, I'm from California, native of California, born and raised. Let's see. All right, so I think I greeted everybody. Just hit 30 for us in September 2020. Awesome. Hey, Abhishek Parihar. Sorry if I'm messing up that name. Thank you for the congratulations. So just welcome everybody to the channel. And also, it's starting to get cold. Well, let me take it back for a second because a lot of you are experiencing way colder. But today it was like in the high 40s, low 50s. And that's cold because it's like really windy and really cold. Grant, give me a thumbs up if I can show the pictures you sent me by email. Because some people are getting like full-on snowstorms. Tanya's making Christmas wreaths. Oh, that's fun. Trying to begin my journey of full-time Grand Jeep Cherokee. Ooh, that's cool. I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee for about 5 minutes. I'll tell you the story really quickly. So years ago, I don't even know, it's like so long ago, I don't even remember. It was like when I don't even think I had my second son by then. I'm not even sure, but it was so long ago. And I was married at the time. We went to go get this just Grand Cherokee. I just was like in love with it. And I was like, I have to have this. And so we applied and like went through the whole like financing, and we came up with a deal and drove off the lot. And like within maybe 3 or 4 days later, they called and said, yeah, we couldn't work out the deal. So you're going to have to either pay $100 more per month, which at the time we were broke. We were new parents and we were broke. $100 more per month for the deal we made, or bring the vehicle back. And I was livid. So pissed because I was like in love with that Cherokee, but we didn't have an extra $100 a month. Like we were gonna, I don't even remember how much it was at this point, but it was like we were already at the max with what they were, like the first deal they made with us. And then they like came back and said, we can't actually get that through. So I was like, that's wrong. So anyway, we had to turn that thing in. So anyways, I'm glad you're able to start your journey on that. Or going to start your journey. That'll be fun. Let's see. And sorry if I'm missing anybody's comments, but they're coming through real quick. Hey, Janice, how are you? We have a warmth past 5 days. Oh, upper 70s. As you guys can see, I'm wearing a long sleeve, which I hardly ever do. 43 and cloudy near Olympia, Washington. Oh, I think Grant said I can share his pictures, but look at, Grant is in Canada and he sent me this. You can't even see it. It's like just all white snow. And this other one, just like packed on snow. I think I would turn into a popsicle if I was with that much snow. So hopefully you guys are staying warm. Oh, Debbie says it's supposed to snow. Oh, wow. That's crazy. It's cold. It's cold here. 42 and rainy and windy from Armella. Hey, Armella. Our sky right now is pink. Oh, we had a pink sky last night too. It was really pretty. Hey, Grady Harper. Folks from the Great Lakes would laugh at you and call you a dandelion or a pansy for calling 40 and 50 temps. I know. And a lot of people like anybody that's really north. Yeah, I know. I'm weak. I can't even, front on that. Hey, Mimi King, how are you? Congratulations. Thank you so much. Hope to run into you someday. Yes. Are you in a van or a car or something? Let me know. Hey, Jane, how are you? Dayton, Ohio. My favorite temp for my walks is 37. Cold enough that I don't become overheated. Oh, I do like a good crisp weather. Like when I was on my last journey, now I'm typically always, I can get cold really quickly, but for some reason, there'd be times where I would wake up from sleeping in my car and, I didn't have a toilet. So I'd have to like go into Walmart first thing in the morning and it would be like so cold, but it was kind of a good feeling. It's kind of weird to say that, but it was a good feeling to like open the car door and it'd be just like a crisp feeling and you take a deep breath in. It wasn't too cold, but it was cold. So yeah, I kind of feel you on that one. They did scam me, Janaya. They did scam me. Yeah. Hey, Debbie Jordan. It's in the 80s in South Carolina, low country. Okay. Thanks, Tanya. Adjust your rabbit ears when you get a snowy picture. Exactly. Will you guys be sending that here to upstate New York? Hey, Monique. How are you? Thank you, Janice. Hey, Jeff. How are you? Head to Big Bear. Oh, no, that's too cold. It's in the upper 50s in Lancaster, Ohio. Oh, wow. 55 and raining in Northern California. Hey, Cupcake 412. Do I still live in a car van? So currently we're still converting the van and I will be living in it starting probably at the end of this month. So I'm getting excited about it. Hey, Donnie T. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the congratulations, but this is like a group effort. So it's not just me. It's like a full, to me, it's like a celebration of all of us and everybody that's joined on to Travel Snacks and become part of the snack pack. To me, it's like so exciting for all of us because, I put the content together and I, make all the videos and stuff, but also we have a very active community on the live stream. And to me, it's just like everyone's so warm and welcoming to each other and we're building a community. So I thank all of you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. Like it's crazy. And for anyone that's like shared the videos, also like this live stream. Now that I'm talking about likes, if you haven't already, hit a like on this live stream so YouTube knows that you guys like them. Also, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Then you'll know every time we have these live streams and anytime I upload a new video. And I'm going to be starting, once I get on the road, I'm going to probably end up doing more live streams too. So I think that'll be fun. Let's see. Eagerly waiting for your van. I know I'm so excited for my van adventures. The weather is really ugly in Miami. Oh, dang. Awesome. Also, I like to mention on every live stream that if you'd like to make a donation to the snack fund, you can do so by hitting the little dollar sign in the chat under the chat, or you can use PayPal or Cash App or Venmo or any of those things. So it's not obligated. There's no, I don't, one way or another, I don't feel bad if people don't donate, but if you feel like doing it, you can. And my links are in every video description that I make. So if you feel like donating, you can do so. Also, we're going to, we talked about it last week. Hold on. Rhea says it's 2:10 here, West Coast, and the sky is gloomy and overcast. Hey Nelly, how are you? Hey, how's it's going good. I've been always trying to catch up on all videos. Oh, awesome. Oh, awesome. The costume. That was fun last week. Hey, Karen from Scotland. Oh man, I want to go to Scotland. Loved your van series. Your dad's a star. He sure is. Hey, John Fox, how are you? We talked about it last week, but we're starting to get a lot more people on the live streams, and I'm going to make Grant a moderator on this channel because he's been here, I think, almost every live stream since the beginning. And I'm probably going to add more people as we get bigger, but for now, we're just going to start with Grant. And basically, if any creepers or trolls come into the live stream, he'll be able to like either put that person in a timeout or ban the person, so it doesn't clutter up our chats. Because sometimes people come in and start talking about like sexual weird things or just like angry people, and I like to give people a chance to speak, but also people need to calm down sometimes. Hey, Lizette Diaz from New York, awesome. So let me turn Grant blue. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta find Grant here and make a moderator. And you're in, Grant. So do us justice in the moderation. Everybody give Grant a congratulations or whatever. So this is the first time. Well, we had a moderator before, which was Snow Panther, and I'm not sure if they're coming in or not. But Grant's here every week, so I think this would be a good move. And also, Grant can put in my links for PayPal or whatever. It's again. I just mentioned that in case you want to do it, but the donations are just optional. Oh, Grant has his little wrench next to his name now. He says he'll be looking. And also, if there's any questions that I miss, Grant can answer those questions, because I think Grant knows probably everything from all of the live streams and all the videos, pretty much. So I think that's awesome. And Grant's actually been like such a strong supporter of this Travel Snacks channel, and so nice to everybody, and just a blessing. So thank you, Grant, so much, and I appreciate you helping me out on being a moderator. Jane, I'm having my family history researched by a genealogist and hoping Scotland is part of it, as I've been told by relatives. Also, oh, DNA history. Oh, that's interesting. I'm such a tool. That's funny. Any other options for contributions except PayPal? I'm from India. We don't use PayPal. I'm not sure what's available in India, but you can do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You can do an Amazon gift card. You can just hit the little $ right there under the chat if you feel like it. I think that's it. But let me know of other things, because I don't know about other countries in terms of like what you guys usually use. That's interesting to know. Mike, I promise not to put your skills to the test. This is way too nice of a place to ruin it. Please, trolls, go away. Okay. So before we get like poppin', I do want to say that it is a big day in America. A new president was elected. We're not going to talk about that on this channel because the country is very divided, and this channel we try to keep it light and respectful. But the only thing I do want to say about the presidential election is that the only thing that I want to like contribute to the conversation is to be kind to each other, listen to one another, respect each other. Don't try not to get angry, because I know that like it doesn't matter. Like it was going to go one way or another, where you can't have two presidents. Maybe that should be a thing, actually. That might be a good idea. We can't have two presidents. And so it was going to go one way or another. And clearly we're very like almost 50-50 in this country. I know everyone on here is not from America, so that's why I'm keeping this very brief. But all I do want to say is that it's okay to disagree with each other and still have love and respect for one another. And that's the biggest thing that I want to instill on this channel, is to be kind to one another and to listen, because I know we all of us, including myself, sometimes will get like so locked into a certain way, even if it's super, super important, but to listen to what people have to say. And you can agree to disagree and still care for a person. People are not just one thing. They're not just a Republican or a Libertarian or a Democrat, or like, people are not just one thing. They're many things. They can be kind and ugly at the same time. They can be, believe in this, but believe in that all at the same time. So that's all I wanted to say about politics for today. And it is probably a big deal going on right now in America, but the biggest thing is to be kind to one another. So those are my 2 cents on it, and it's gonna keep it moving here on this channel. Let's see, fascinating stuff. Could be up until 2 a.m. Hey, Mary from California. Thanks so much for all of your info on car traveling. My minivan bit the dust, so now I'll be traveling in my car for the unforeseen future. Okay, well, I'm glad. And, a car may seem like a bummer, but you could do a lot in a car. And the thing that I miss already about my car, because I sold it, is just like, even though it was a sedan, it was still compact. Like, I could get into a lot of places stealthily, and the van, not so much. So the car's going to afford you some things that are better and some things that aren't as good, but you can do it, and I believe in you. Hey, Karen, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, let's give you a shout on the soundometer. I don't know, that's not what it's called, but let's see. Oh, I like this one. Well, let me turn my sound up. Thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate it very much. Mike Brady, aiming to all that. If we had 2 presidents, it would be the odd couple. That's true. I'm new here. Did you finish your van conversion? We're still working on it. It should be done by the end of this month. I agree with this. We can promote our own ideas and beliefs without insulting the other side. Yes, Rhea, I agree. Sup, Buttercup? Hey, Scott, how are you? Love the content. Oh, I'm glad. Wise words. Thanks, Patrick, and welcome to the channel. Either way, trust in the Lord and be aware at what is coming. That's also true. I believe strongly that Jesus is the king, and so anything under him is just, we just got to work it out together and try to love one another. I'm looking forward to seeing it when it's done. Me too. I have like a lot of updates, and there's like some exciting things that I'm going to show you today. So I'm very excited to show you. Hey, Anton, what's up? I love the Techno Jam. I know I had a couple new ones on this little app, so I'm excited about that. It's called Party Guy. The van can fit in just as many places. My van was hips, and I can park almost anywhere. Okay. I think the only, like, I can still fit, like with my van, I can still fit pretty much into like a regular parking space, like at like Home Depot, which I'm there like every day. It's just taller. So if there was like, low trees or something like that, that might be an issue. Or if you're going where there's not a high enough clearance, because my van is like, I'm just making this up, I think it's like 8'5". I went through, talked about this before, but I went through the McDonald's drive-through and it had a 9-foot clearance. So I know I could fit under a 9-foot clearance. But thanks for saying that, Jeff, because, as a new van person, it's, hard to gauge that. What will be a first meal in your van once you're on the road? Oh, that's a good question. I haven't even thought about that. That's interesting. I'm gonna write that down. It should be like, maybe it should be like a special first meal. It's gonna have to have dessert for sure, right? If you guys have suggestions, what should be my first meal, let me know. I'm looking out front at the front window. A storm is about to blow here. Oh. I don't know how to tag. I think you just put the @ symbol. Cheesecake in the van. I do like cheesecake, but it's not my favorite. So today, we got up and started working on the van already. We worked like probably till about an hour before this live stream. It was like so windy, things were blowing all over the place. So we put on our like warm stuff and then it started pouring rain. So then I had to like tape down all this stuff, which you'll see on the floor of the van, put towels down. Then it stopped raining and had sun, and then it got dark again and it rained some more, and it's just cold. To me, it's cold. So it's been a weird day, but we did get some stuff done today. Oh, burgers. Well, I'm more on a plant-based lifestyle, but I could eat like a veggie burger, which I do love. Janaya knows what I'm talking about. Probably tacos, because tacos is my favorite. So maybe I should do like a inaugural taco fest, a fiesta. Let's see, if my first day in the van is a Saturday, we could have a taco party. That might be fun. Roasted asparagus, baked potato, home baked bread, and your favorite dessert. Oh, that sounds delicious. 71 degrees in Wisconsin. Next week, 33. That's a big jump. 71 to 33. Potato soup. I love potato soup. Can't wait for a visit. Yay! We're living it up in the living room together. Oh, curry. That sounds good too. Hey, 5150. If you had the option to ferry your van over water, like another location like Catalina, or even Hawaii, would you do a travel blog there offshore? Yeah, I'd definitely do that. I've been to Catalina before. Do they do vehicle passage? Because that'd be pretty cool. But I definitely would if that's a thing. Oh, all good, Tanya. All good. Sometimes I do still eat meat. I'm not like an extremist, but I'm trying to eat more vegetables. Before you leave, please click the like button. Oh, thank you so much, Fake Freedom, Barbara. Taco party, yes. First meal, cookies. Anton knows me. He knows that's the secret to my heart is cookies and tacos. So that would be delicious. It's about 50% here in BC with snow in the mountains. Ooh, dang. It's been a weird day today. Let's see. I'm just crossing off the things I've already talked about. This week, what have you guys been snacking on, since we're talking about food already? I have a little confession. If you guys watched last week's live stream, remember I had that little piñata and I stuffed it full of candy. Well, after the live stream, I dumped it out and put it on my nightstand, just, because I was just like, I don't need this piñata around. And I've been snacking on that candy. Like, that's a lot of candy. And I ate all the candy. That's a lot of candy. So this past week wasn't so great in terms of like vegetables, but it was more so like a sugar fest. But I guess, 10K subscribers, it was like a little party all week. And actually we're already, we hit 10,000, I think the day after the live stream. It was like November 1st. And now we're already at 10,595. So like 600 new people have joined us. So welcome everybody. I'm so happy to like have so many people watching and doing all kinds of things to be part of the travel snacks. It's hard for me to cook meat at home. The red blood, ew. Yeah, and I'm not that great of a cook either. So I don't know. Catalina Island never did vehicle passage in the past except for residents. I haven't been there for years. Gold carts can be rented in Avalon. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You're braver than me. Front of the van is off and I want to put it back together. Chocolate covered nuts. Oh, I love those. I have some of those in my fridge right now. They're chocolate covered coconut almonds. So it's delicious. Cinnamon rolls, Karen, come on now. I love cinnamon rolls. I've been mentioning on jalapeno Pringles. I do like jalapenos on some things, but not like, I like to squirt the juice of the jalapeno sometimes if it's not too hot of a jalapeno. I haven't had the jalapeno Pringles though. I didn't know they had such a thing. Debbie's got popcorn. I really want some popcorn now that 2 people have mentioned popcorn. Golf carts. I figured you meant golf carts, but gold, they could be gold golf carts. My truck broke. Oh no, your truck broke down. Hopefully you can get it fixed soon. Hummus and pita chips. Oh, I love hummus and pita chips. That's delicious. Hey Grady, they say sugar and whirling around to get dizzy are the first drugs were exposed as children. Dizziness is seeking a euphoric state of, oh, dang. That's deep. That's crazy. That's, I mean, facts. I'm going to have an egg custard later. I don't know if I've had egg custard. Microwavers, 1 cup of almond. Oh, okay. Almond milk. I have that. 3 eggs. Okay. Sweetener and flavoring of choice, cinnamon and nutmeg. Ooh, that sounds good. Or cocoa. Whisk it well. 10 minutes on power, level 6. Set it in. Let it sit a minute or 2. Nice and soothing on a scratchy sore. Ooh, okay. That's a good recipe. Thanks for sharing that, Rhea. Hey, Chris, how are you? Homemade chicken and dumplings. Okay, we might have like a big discussion here. I'm glad Chris brought this up. Chicken and dumplings. First of all, I love chicken and dumplings. I can eat just the dumplings because I don't really care about the chicken part. There's 2 kinds of chicken and dumplings, maybe more, but the 2 big ones are like the flat, like they're kind of like noodle dumplings, and then there's like the drop dumplings, which are like more like biscuits, like dropped in. So which one do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer like the flat noodle dumplings or the like puffy, like my mouth is watering, or like biscuit dumplings? I'd like to know. And then I'll reveal what my favorite is, because there's one that I just like prefer like 100 times more than the other. Don't forget about spicy Korean cup noodles. I don't like spicy. Nellie wants popcorn too. Ray does wonderful things in the kitchen. Yeah, I need to learn how to season food because I'm not really great at that. I had to leave it at the mechanic and got a ride home with another driver going to drive another truck. Okay. Okay, so Chris likes biscuit dumplings. Jeff just likes homemade dumplings. Mike's chicken and dumplings. The thicker and creamier, the better. I like the dropped biscuits. Okay. Chris, oh yeah, homemade biscuit dumplings. Jane likes puffy biscuits. Tanya, the drop biscuits, please. I only know the puffy biscuit type and haven't had them in ages. Oh, Jeff's eating popcorn too. Egg noodles all the way my mama made them. Okay, Nellie likes those. Chris, ooh, I can make a shoe leather taste good if I have my spices. Whenever we all get together and have like a meetup, I'm going to need the ones of all of you that are like really good in the kitchen. We're going to have to set up a table with our vehicles or vans or whatever. And we're going to have a little cooking class because I'm not really great at seasoning food. It either comes out too salty and seasony or too bland, which I actually don't prefer bland food. Like, yeah, I don't want super bland food, but I would rather have less than something that's too salty because I don't like a lot of salt in my stuff. Rhea says biscuits. Everything tastes better with cornbread. That's true. We had a whole thing about cornbread. Yes, Tanya, potluck. Potluck will be super fun. Please don't bring pot though. Yeah, don't. We don't want to get in trouble. Monique said I had mini cinnamon rolls. I've never had dumplings. Monique, we might have to have another challenge to have everybody have dumplings. Okay, I went to culinary arts school. Let's do that. Ooh, we got a lot of good people in here, like with cooking and stuff. I love it. I prefer the noodle ones. And maybe it's because I haven't had like really great biscuit ones, but my Nana, who passed, rest in peace, she used to make the homemade like doughy, like she'd roll out this whole thing and she'd cut them with this like little wheel thing. And they were like these like delicious, I tell you, chicken and dumplings, super creamy and like, oh, so good. And none of us can really make it. Like my mom's tried to make it and it's good. Don't get me wrong, but nothing like Nana used to make. It was like, so I think Cracker Barrel has the chicken and dumplings like that too, which I love those chicken and dumplings as well. But yeah, I think I need to eat some more biscuit dumplings to get a more appreciation for them. Oh, Jeannie hasn't tasted cornbread. You need to do it. You need to do it. Best vegetarian food on the planet comes from India. They got started on vegan diets several thousand years ago for the rest of the world. Yes. My youngest loves the canned biscuits for dumplings. Okay, I don't even know about. Oh, those. Oh, okay, like the ones you break open. I don't think I've ever tried that. Hey, is it Eleni or I don't know if that's an I or an L because those two look alike on the screen. I'm eating Swiss cheese, grapes, and crackers. Ooh, yum. Small drop dumplings are the best. Yeah, I love chicken and dumplings. I think they're delicious. We were just, me and my parents were just having this discussion recently about the dumplings. And of course, like, since my family is used to eating the flat ones, but then my dad said that when he was growing up, I think his mom used to make the drop ones and he was used to those. So it's been like a little like, like conversation here. Okay, so since we're already on food, I'll talk about that and then we'll move on to some other topics. Um, so I had to go down below. That's what we call when we go down like 30 minutes away from this small town to go to like regular places. So I go to Whole Foods and you know that I love, they have this sandwich there. It's made with tempeh, which is like a fake meat. It's called a smoky TTLA, which is like a BLT, but fake meat. So I go down there and that sandwich it's on the board. It says what's on the sandwich and it's made with a ciabatta roll. And you guys know that I've had it before and I loved it. And so whenever I go down, we call it going down the hill, go down below. Whenever I go down to do any of my things down below, then I always just go to Whole Foods and get that sandwich because I don't ever really get it. So I go to the counter and now it's just this glass counter and there's like a separation between the deli and the bakery. And so I order the sandwich and she's like, what type of bread would you like the sandwich on? I was like, oh, I'll just take it with the ciabatta roll the way it comes. And she's like, we don't have those. And I'm talking about like the counter's like right here and there's a little glass window. And then right here is like 4 ciabatta rolls. And I'm like, there's ciabatta rolls right there. She goes, oh yeah, we can't, that's the bakery. We can't use those ciabatta rolls. And I'm like, it's the same store, bro. Like, what? I said, how about this? Why don't I buy a ciabatta roll? First of all, the sandwich is $7 already. Okay. Which is a lot of money for a dang sandwich. And I only get it when I go down. So that's like once a month, maybe, if that. So I'm like, the sandwich is already $7, but I'll buy the ciabatta for like $1 more. And she's like, yeah, no, we can't do that. What? This is the kind of stuff that like chaps my heart because I'm like, let's just bring back a little humanity. Like you're telling me that a person can't get a piece of bread because it's a different department. You can't. And I was willing to buy the ciabatta roll so that she could just use it. It's the same company. It's like they're on the same side of the counter. It bugs me. Things like that bug me. Rhea says, I like goat cheese. Can't have anything that comes from a cow. I don't like, well, let me stop because I always say I don't like goat cheese, but I don't know that I've really ever had it. It just like kind of scares me because I think goat cheese is that like a crumbly cheese? And correct me if I'm wrong. But if so, it reminds me of blue cheese. And I don't like blue cheese. If you guys watched my 40 questions challenge, that was one of the questions and I don't like it. So I think I need to try goat cheese again. Mix avocado, tomato, and onion, top with bacon and crumbled goat cheese, sprinkle with lemon juice, salt, and pepper. Yum. Oh, dang. That sounds like a full-on sandwich. Chris says, drop biscuits are like having biscuits and gravy. I love biscuits and gravy, but I could get a stomach ache if I eat biscuits and gravy because I'm lactose intolerant. So I'd have to have like one of those Lactaid pills. But it's very delicious and very comfort foody. Anton, I've been eating everything. It's the season. It's the season for that. Dutch oven dumplings. Now I want a second lunch. I had peanut butter and jelly for lunch. My mom made it lovingly. And usually I have like whole wheat bread, like the good, like 12 grain, but she made it on Wonder Bread. And I was like on drugs eating that. It was like a sugar fest. It was so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, why don't I eat Wonder Bread all the time? Well, I'll tell you what, because it's very not good for you, but it's delicious. Okay. Hold on, I lost my place. She must also be a government bureaucrat worker. What's so weird? Give me the role. Exactly. Give me the role, bro. Like we say, go down yonder. Hey, Karina, how are you? Health codes. They can't use anything that doesn't come in a food order. Interesting. Oh, Jeff says it's raining again. Jeff lives in the same town that my parents live in, where I stay when I'm not traveling. So if he says it's raining, then it must be raining here for me too. But I am not outside right now. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Thank you so much. Goat cheese tastes a lot like cream cheese. I didn't like cream cheese for ages. And then I started, like, my taste buds changed and I started liking cream cheese. So now I do like cream cheese. So I'll have to give that goat cheese a try again. Goat cheese is not like blue cheese. It is creamy, but not quite as much as Philly cream cheese. Yeah, I might give that a try. Because I always tell them if there's like a salad with goat cheese, I'll be like, oh, no goat cheese, but maybe I need to try that again. Grady, I can eat blue cheese, though my tummy compels me to hurl it up. Feta is good, and I think that's goat's milk. And same thing with feta. I think any kind of crumbly cheese, I associate it with blue cheese, and so I'm like, no, I don't want that. But I think I need to try some of these cheeses, although I'm trying to eat like more vegetarian, but whatever. Feta is good. Fetish is not so much. Let's see. I might eat this whole hunk of aged Swiss. It's stinky, but so good. I haven't had a PB&J sandwich in ages. I just checked. Feta is sheep milk. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Blue cheese gets no love. No, I don't love blue cheese at all. Feta is goat cheese, and some people with lactose intolerant can. Oh, okay. Interesting. Also, lactose-free milk compels me to roll up. Not sure that margarita's ready. Okay, the trick is to goat's milk and cheese is cleanliness. Interesting. Have you ever had the vegan cheese? I have had vegan cheese. They've come a long way. I had vegan cheese like years ago, and it was not that good. And I'm a very honest person. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to be honest with it. I'll be like, you know what? That's just not good. So if you hear any time I do reviews on any of my videos or live streams, it's going to be the real thing. I'm not going to be the kind of person to be like, oh, this is great, and then like spit it out afterwards. Yeah, no. So I have had the vegan cheese recently, and there's a few that I'm not going to tell you that it'll like be like exact, but it's good enough, close enough that if you put it on a burger or like melt it or something, it's pretty good. Like I could get by off of it. So I think if you haven't tried it, you should try it. Hey, Corey, how are you? Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Mozzarella cheese is good too. Oh man, mozzarella cheese. I've been on a cheese kick this week. We made nachos in my mom and dad's air fryer. Real cheese though. Like we got the Monterey Jack mixture with, and we also got like some medium cheddar. I put some like vegan like beef crumbles and some black beans, and then I put some like ranch dressing and avocado. It was like a full-on fiesta. It was delicious. Hey, Grant, thank you so much. Let me give you your shout. Also, I'm getting another let's see. Oh, Grant, are you sending me 2 donations to the snack fund? One here and one on PayPal? Thank you very much. You're getting 2 shout outs. Let's see. I got to find. Okay, so here's the one I always give Grant. Wait. Where? Okay, and then I'm going to give you, this one's called Magic 2. Thank you so much, Grant. Grant has been like such a strong supporter of the channel, and it's much appreciated. Janaya says, is it Jarlsberg cheese? I don't think there is a cheese I could turn down. I'm kind of like, I don't eat all the cheeses, but I do like a lot of the cheeses. And also I like brie cheese when they make it with like the nuts on it and stuff and they melt it and you put it with crackers and stuff. That's a good thing too. Cheese puffs isn't cheese, just cheesy. I love cheese puffs. I do love cheese puffs. Oh, lost my place. Grant with the $10 stop. I like Daya vegan cheese. Yes, Janice. I've tried the Daya, and that's the name brand Daya vegan cheese, and it's really good. I've also tried something Violife, I think it's called, and it's good too. Mike says he has nachos yesterday. They're delicious. Gotta leave for a bit. I'll be back. Okay, come back and see you soon. Thank you very much, Grant. I truly appreciate it. Jeannie says I had nachos and mozzarella sticks. Oh, so good. Double snack. You can't go wrong with double snacks. Yeah, the Daya cheeses, they melt nice. There was a oh gosh, I forget. I think it's called the Bosch Brothers, and I'm sorry if I'm not remembering who it is, but they have a YouTube channel, and they did like this cheese showdown, this vegan cheese showdown, and they did like 9 different cheeses for taste, texture, and meltability. And you should watch that. Go look for that one because it was really good. Because not all vegan cheeses are created equally. So you got to get the one that like melts nicely and tastes really good. Cheese curds, yum, when you deep fry them. I haven't had deep fried cheese curds and I feel like I need to. Get the Galen's microwave convection oven air fryer for the van. Oh, I'm gonna write that down because I've been wanting to get an air fryer, but I don't want to get one that has high wattage just because of the van. Makes the best nachos and quesadillas. Galen's air fryer. Ooh, how the cheese packs on your fingers and you have to scrape it off with your teeth. The only cheese I could ever stand, the only cheese I never could stand is cottage cheese. And it's another thing. I'm always like, I tasted cottage cheese like when I was real young and I'm like, this is disgusting. And I've never tried it again. Well, that's probably not true. I've probably tried it in hopes that I liked it and I've never liked it. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I should try that again because, I don't know. Get you some hummus and put some of that nutritional yeast on it. It's supposedly gives a cheesy taste. Yes. I do have some nutritional yeast in the cabinet and I put that on some stuff. Great Canadian cuisine. I love it too and lived 200 miles south of Vancouver. Monique's loving all kinds of cheese. You can also bake with an air fryer. Yes, because I'm going to have to bake cookies on the road. And my Instant Pot, I think it might do some baking, but I'm not sure. If you ever get to Tillamook, Oregon, go into the cheese factory. It's free to visit and lots of samples. I think I have that on my list. Great ice cream counter there too. There's a site, I have it bookmarked. I'm not going to look at it now, but there's a site that tells you all the like free tours across the US and it's broken down by state. And so it's very handy. So if you're in certain states, you'll be like, okay, where's like tours of like ice cream places or like even like where they make certain tools or, cookies or chips or whatever. So it's a really cool site and I'll have to look that up. Cottage cheese does look gross. Not just an air fryer. At Walmart, they're only $95. Ooh. Chris loves cottage cheese with fruit cocktail, salt and pepper. Interesting. Tillamook has all their stuff shut down for the virus. Oh, interesting. That's another thing I need to look up because Planet Fitnesses are back open because they're charging me again, even though I'm not out on the road. But I don't know if their showers are open everywhere. And maybe it's like state by state. So I'm not really sure, but I need to check before I start getting back out on the road. If the showers aren't open, at least I have a sink and I can boil water and just do like a basin bath, which is not going to be as, great, but it's better than being in the car and not getting a shower at all or just using wet wipes because that's not as great. So I need to check into that. I've been liking Activia strawberry yogurt with granola and toasted coconut in the mornings. Tanya, I used to eat Activia like every day, but then I heard that eating dairy, especially yogurt every day, increases breast cancer by 36% in women. So I don't know. I kind of got off the yogurt. Yeah, I hope that the showers do reopen because that would be so much better. Cottage cheese, I can't eat. Large curds, best. I can eat, okay. Hey, John, how are you? I got a reply for my email from you a few days ago. Oh, you're welcome. I'm trying to get back to people as I can. I will tell you that the best way to get a reply from me is if you have a short email. If there's a long email that I have to read through, and because I'm the kind of person that when I get a long text or a long email or a long message, I'm a very thorough person. I like to respond to every point that somebody makes because I just feel like someone took the time to write. So I try to get back. But if you want a quick response from me, make it a short email. And I usually try to respond to those. I still have so many comments that I haven't been able to respond to. And I feel like I respond to comments every day. And new comments just keep coming in on the videos. So I'm really trying to keep up on all the comments. So forgive me if I don't get back to you because there's just a lot of new things coming. I have a CDL, which gets me into truck stop showers. Oh, man, I wish. They have nice showers, I heard. They better let my shower, if I got that 20 coming out every month, that's what I'm talking about, Janice. I'm thinking, like, if I'm paying for it, you better give me all my amenities. Especially, like, Planet Fitness has those water massage beds. Those things are a hit. They put you in for, like, 10 minutes. And if you guys, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, they're these, like, you can either lay flat on the bed or they have ones that are, like, inclined a little bit so you can, like, sit up. And it's just, like, this giant like water pressure just like going up and down your body. It is just like so nice. And it's warm too. Oh, they better have those open too. Love my Class B shower. Sorry, I had to shout that. American yogurt is often laced with far too much sugar. Genuine Greek yogurt. I can't get behind that genuine Greek yogurt. I think it's too bitter for me. Poor Jeff. Jeff's been sending me emails. Mike's been sending me emails. I see you guys' emails and I'm like, I'm trying to get back to everybody. I use those beds during tax season when I go to lunch. Yes. If you guys don't have Planet Fitness membership, I mean, it's nice. Let's see where we're at time-wise. Okay. I'm going to talk about 2 quick things and then I'm going to take you guys outside. And hopefully we stay connected because it's been a weird day. It's been super windy, rainy, and just all over the place. And I'm probably going to stay out for like a hot minute to show you all the stuff and then come back in because it's very cold outside. I talked a little bit last week about my camera that I've been using. And for those of you that don't know, the camera that I use to make all my videos has something wrong with the lens that makes the picture turn out kind of weird. So I ordered a new camera, a Sony, which I thought was going to be the best. And I have a love-hate relationship for it because everything on it is like amazing, except for the, gosh, I'm like drawing a blank, except for the wide angle. It's not wide enough for me to do vlogging and to like have my camera like out far enough to see me and all the stuff when I travel. It's not, it bugs me. It's like everything's just like right up in my face. And even if I have like a selfie stick or a tripod and I hold it out, it's just too close. It's too boxed in. I can't stand it. And also I don't like how the screen flips out to the side. I'm just so used to the one I have being up. There's certain things that I can't. And so I'm going to send it back. So I thought I was going to go fix my camera that I have. So I went online to try to find out where I could get my camera fixed. And Best Buy has the service department where they fix things. I didn't know they'd fixed cameras. So I made an appointment online and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go have a consultation and see how much it's going to cost. So I make this appointment like a week and a half ago. And so on the day of the appointment, the girl calls me from Best Buy. She's like, "Oh, we're just calling to make sure you have your appointment today." I said, "Oh yeah, I'll be there." And she's like, "So do you have do you have the warranty with Best Buy for your camera?" I was like, "No." She's like, "You don't have any like service plans?" And I was like, "No." She goes, "Did you buy it here?" I was like, "No." She goes, "Hold on a second." She goes on a hold, and then she comes back and she's like, "Yeah, we can't help you." Were you going to tell me that before? Because I already made my plans about this whole day because it's like 45 minutes away. And good thing I didn't hadn't left already. She goes, "Yeah, we can't help you because you don't have a service plan with us." And I'm like, "You should probably put that on your website because that's irritating." She goes, "Well, you can go to this place um, in the desert called Camera West." And I am going to shout them out, not in a good way, and because I don't think that they were very nice to me. So I ended up going down to this place, and I walk in, just this camera repair place down below, and I walk in, and there was an older gentleman helping somebody at the counter, and then there was this younger guy. And the younger guy comes up to me. He's like, "How can I help you?" And I was like, "I don't know. I might need a lens clean, a new lens, or a sensor cleaning." And the older guy behind the counter is like stops and interrupts his customer, and he's like, if your lens has dust in it, your camera wouldn't even work." And I was like, "Okay, well then maybe I need a sensor cleaning." He goes, "How do you know you need a sensor cleaning?" I'm like, "I actually don't. That's why I'm here at a camera repair shop to get my camera looked at because I don't know what's wrong with it." And he's like, "Well, do you need a sensor cleaning or a lens cleaning?" And I'm like, "I don't know. That's why I'm here." And he's like, "Well, the sensor cleaning is $50 and the lens we can clean for free." And I'm like, "Cool. Either one is fine with me." Because I've been getting quotes from other places that sensor cleaning is like 150 bucks. And so I'm like, "Cool, 50 bucks." So he's like, "Is your battery fully charged?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty sure it is." He's like, "Well, you need to make sure." I'm like, "Okay, I brought it here with a full battery, so yes." And he was like so rude to me. And then the younger guy starts asking me, "So do you want a sensor cleaning or a lens clean?" I'm like, "Well, if the lens cleaning's free, why would I just say no?" Like, I guess do both. He's like, "Well, we need to know which service you're signing up for." I'm like, "I'd actually like for you guys to look at the camera and like see what I need." And they were just being like super, like kind of aggressive. And so um, the older guy was like, "Well, so and so does the cleanings and he's out to lunch. So you're going to have to come back in 45 minutes." And I'm like, "Bro, you're stressing me out." And so I was like, "Okay." And so then the younger guy's like, "Well, what about this guy back there? He could do it for her." And the other older guy's like, "No, he can't do it. He's far too busy today to take care of something like that." I'm like, "Okay." So the younger guy was actually trying to help a little bit. And he's like, "Let me go back and see if so and so could just clean it for you." And I was like, "Okay." So the camera that I have is point and shoot, but it's like a vlogging camera, so it has a big wide angle. And so it doesn't have a detachable lens. It's like all one unit. So the young guy comes like 10 minutes later, the guy comes back with my camera. He's like, "Well, your camera is doesn't have a detachable lens." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like, what? It took you 10 minutes to discover that? Have you guys not looked at this camera? This is a very popular camera. So he's like, "Well, I mean, we'd have to take the camera apart." And I'm like, "Aren't you a camera repair shop?" And he's like, "Well, your camera's really beat up and you have a scratch on your lens and there's looks like there's dust in here and your camera's just really old and beat up." And I'm like, "Okay, never mind. Just never mind." I'm thinking that's like so rude. He's like, "You know what? You're better off just buying a new camera." So then I'm like, "Oh, so I'm pretty sure they were trying to sell me a new camera." He's like, "I think you're going to end up spending more on trying to repair this camera than just buy a new camera." And I'm like, "That camera's like 500 or 600 bucks. I'm not, if I can get the lens cleaned or whatever, why would I not do that?" He's like, "Well, your camera's just old and beat up. So I don't know." And I'm like, "Bro, let me just get my camera." So then I ended up leaving in a huff because I was just like, I think they were being very non-customer servicey with me and very short with me, and I didn't appreciate their attitudes. That's my story. So anyways, long story short, I still have my old camera. I'm sending the Sony back, And I ordered the newer version of the camera that I have, which has terrible reviews because the autofocus supposedly sucks. But I ordered it to find out for myself. So I'm going to get it on Monday. I'm going to test out the new version of my camera. And if it sucks, then I'm not sure. I got to take this one day at a time. So that's pretty much it. Mike says, it's okay. I don't expect an answer. You have a busy life and a lot of followers. Thank you, Mike. If you have a UFit membership, the showers are still not open. I used to have a UFit long time ago, like 4 years ago. I didn't love UFit. Although I never showered there because I was like when I just had my own apartment. Phoenix area Planet Fitness showers are open and are extremely clean. I will say this about Planet Fitness. I've said it before, and hopefully like at some point they sponsor me or give me a free membership or something. But anyways, even before COVID, their whole facility, including their shower and locker room, is always clean. I'd say there's a few in my travels that weren't as clean, but still, like they're always in there cleaning. And I appreciate that about Planet Fitness. They are always very thorough about cleaning most of their places. Come to Washington, free showers today, just step outside. Yeah. That happened to me with my phone, thinking they would fix it. Yes. Hey, Ty, how are you? I'm great. I hope you're doing well too. JK says, wow, rude. I think they were being rude to me, personally. They sure don't have good customer skills or people skills for that matter. That also happened to me years ago. I lost my place. I haven't been to Best Buy in years. Yeah, I don't know what their problem was, but they were acting like jerks. Yeah, I wouldn't leave my stuff with someone like that. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I didn't even think about that. They didn't seem like they cared that much. They were like more of a high-end camera shop. So I don't know if they were just like, oh, she's, not gonna be able to pay for a new camera. I don't know. California hard-heartedness. Lots of folks out there lack a code of morality. Yeah, I think some people are just, I don't even know. Clearly the older guy had been wearing his face diaper too long. And also I felt bad for his customer because like it was a lady and her son. And I was like, tend to your customer, bro. Like, don't worry about me. Like, don't. And he was like shouting across the store. So I'm like, this lady's like standing there trying to get help and you're just bugging me. Face diaper. So people really have no people skills and should not be working with people. That's true. I would leave that shop. They sound I'm never going back to that shop. And I mean, I said their name, Camera West, and who knows? Maybe other employees or the owner or people are nice. And maybe these two yahoos were just having a bad day. I don't know. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but why would you just be rude to someone that just walked in, literally don't know what's wrong with my camera? Why would you treat people mean? Hey, Russell, how are you? Love you, snacks. Thanks. Terry. Hey, everyone. Happy belated National Nachos Day. Oh, man, it was yesterday. I didn't have nachos yesterday, but I had a lot of them during the week. Have you ever thought about getting a Nikon? They use those Nikons for crime scene work. So Nikons are awesome and they're really good for photography. But for vlogging, so like for travel vlogging, I don't really want to go to the next step, which is the kind of like DSLRs that you unscrew the lens and put new lenses and all these things. Because for me, I'm always on the go and I'm always grabbing my camera and like trying to get quick shots when I'm like, going to places or like walking around. And mine is fairly small. So when I go into like shops, I could be stealthy, like filming stuff. That's how I get the good like behind the scenes, which they call B-roll. For those of you that don't know, B-roll is all the extra little footage shots that you see like in between me talking. So to have like a point and shoot is preferable to me at least. And I love my camera. And when you start getting into like the nice Nikons and stuff, they're so nice, but they're heavier and they're bigger and they're not as easy to just like, pop around. Hey, Stavros P. I don't know what 10.042 is. Let's see. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about, which I might end up doing a video about, but I don't know if it's enough information to make a whole video about, but we'll see. So van insurance. Yeah, maybe I will make a video about it, but I'll just talk briefly about it and then I'll go show you the van. I could never be a YouTuber. I never have my camera or phone on me. Life with Bobby, don't trust Geek Squad. And hey, Life with Bobby. I took my laptop and one time and my ex knew it was a hard drive problem. Geek Squad had to send it out because it wouldn't work on their machine. It was the hard drive. Yeah, sometimes people are crazy and they do weird things. Okay, so van insurance. So everybody, all the forums and all the videos always talk about making sure you register your van as a like a RV, a recreational vehicle, and the code for at least, I don't know if it's nationwide, but for California, the code is VC, van camper. That's what the DMV classifies if you do like a conversion van, unless it's a like commercial vehicle, like a cargo van or whatever. Anyways, that's a lot of extra information. But so my van is registered as a VC, a van camper. So everybody says do that so that you can get less expensive van insurance because they classify it as like a recreational vehicle, which most people don't use their RVs full time. But if you have it registered as a recreational vehicle, then you can get cheaper insurance. So cool. So my van's registered. And so I go to get insurance because I've been driving it more to go to Home Depot and pick up bigger items. So I was like, I need to get insurance. So I thought it was just going to be super easy. And so I've been calling around all these places and everyone's like, we don't like register, we don't insure camper vans that have been converted, like do it yourself. And I'm like, well, where am I supposed to get insurance? And so I even like checked with several different ones, the insurance I had on my car, and they'll insure the actual like van, but they won't insure once they find out that it's a converted van, they won't insure you. They'll just drop you. So I went on all these forums and found out that pretty much the only insurance company that will do it is State Farm. And maybe this is not everybody's experience, so I'm just sharing my own experience. And there was even a lot of discussion about State Farm only insuring you if you have another car on the policy, or if you are like a registered electrician or a plumber, because if you're doing your own electrical work. So I was nervous trying to contact them, and you can't just go on the website. So I went on State Farm's website, put in my stuff for the quote, and it said, please call an agent. So I had to call an agent locally. And long story short, I finally got insurance for my van. And I also got renter's insurance on top of that, because the van insurance, the like vehicle insurance, will cover everything, outside of the van or everything that's attached to the van, like solar panels, the fan, anything that's like built into the van. Renter's insurance will cover everything that's like not attached, like your laptop, camera, all the stuff that's your personal belongings. So that's a good tip. So if you guys have vans or whatever, conversion things, I don't know. You have to check around and try to get the best insurance you can. But I was able to still get it. And so now I feel like a real van person because my van is registered and insured and ready to go. Yes, awesome. Okay, cool. So, oops. In terms of the van build, I'm gonna talk to you about that for like 5 seconds, and then we're gonna go check out the van. But this week we really focused on getting all the parts for the electrical, and some other parts for the plumbing. I did get a new sink, which I'll show you guys. And then I was really focused this week on getting smaller things done. Like there's like little things that need to be fixed in terms of like where the flooring meets the carpet, or like where the flooring goes off the edge of where you open the doors. There's like a lot of little details that need to be like just done. So I focused on that a lot. And this week we got the wood for the walls and we painted those, and I'm so excited to share that we have one wall up. So we insulated, which you're not gonna be able to see the insulation because we already put the wall up. But let me show you a picture real quick of how it looked before we put the wall up. And I'm gonna make a video about this, but so here's what it looked like. If you could see, we're using Havelock wool, which is like sheep's wool. And so I insulated, it's just one wall. So we were trying to do it like everyone else does it, where, you insulate, you do the electrical, you do the plumbing, then you put up the walls and stuff, but we can't do that. because my van is weird and there's just a lot going on. There's like, we have to do it in like 3 sections because my van has such big windows that it just, I don't know, it's a long story, but not even a long story, but it's just like the way my van is set up. We tried all these other options, and the best option was for us to do one wall at a time, insulate, wire, put the wall up. So I'm going to go out and show you guys that right now. And hey, Susan, how are you from Australia? I mentioned this before, but I do want to go to Australia because I think that'd be fun. Actually, I'm going to take this hat off. We've celebrated our 10K. We got to get to work. Okay. We're going to go out. Armella, wait, before I go out, Armella, thank you so much. Okay, hold on. I got to give Armella a shout out. Sorry, if you guys could, bear with me for a second, but I got to shout out when somebody gives me such a lovely donation to the snack fund. Let's see. I'm going to give you, okay, I'm going to give you the samba whistle. Thank you so much, Jeannie. You are so awesome. Thank you very, very much. All right, now we're going to really go for sure. Now, I always say this, but if we get disconnected, still hang on. Oh. I didn't get dogs, but we're watching my sister's dogs. So usually I don't have dogs, but say hi. That's Max and Buddy. Don't come outside. Nope. Now they want to go outside. No. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Ay. Okay, so I always say this is that it's very windy today. Sometimes we get disconnected. If we get disconnected, hang on the line and I'll type something to let you know if we're going to be reconnected or not. If we actually get like disconnected, I'll start a new live stream. But I think we should be okay because we have a decent connection. I think my rubber band just popped on this. My hair is going to probably fall down. Okay, let's see. Okay, dogs, go. Boys, okay, back up. I'm not used to having dogs. Hey. Oh, shit, it's so cold out here. Let me make sure this door's not locked. I'm going to lock myself out. Oh, dang. Okay, so the first basic thing that we did is, if you noticed last week, we got this cabinet done. And this may seem small, but these are little things that, you have to like do. But this panel, let's see, this panel right here, that's like with this, was just hanging down. So we had to get this like piece. So I got this metal piece at Home Depot for like $3, spray painted it flat black, and then we just screwed this thing on today. So this looks nice. All I have to do is take some like paint and just like touch it up on the little screws. So that's in there securely and nicely. So now I got to build out some frames, whatever. What else? The big thing that we did is we just spent a lot of time like getting stuff for the wiring stuff. So here's the wall. Well, let me come out. I know it doesn't seem like a lot. You're probably like, big deal. But to get a wall up there, we had to like insulate, get all these boxes. Okay, so when you buy these electrical boxes right here, we were trying to connect them to like the metal that's way back there, but we couldn't push the wall in like strong enough. So we just ended up having to take it out and glue the box like to the back of this board. Dang, it's windy. And then we had to get all this wire, and now we're gonna have to string this wire all the way through, and it's gonna go like back there, all the way to down there, which is gonna be where like the battery is and like all the connections for like whatever. We also finished the base of where the refrigerator is going to sit. And then we're going to be building some other walls probably tomorrow. What else? I have some of it covered, so you can't really see, but I did some extra work on shoring up some of these edges, which they're underneath this thing, but now that has like a better edge. Also, let me take you. Woo! It's so cold. I wouldn't make it anywhere else. This is let's see. So here's the base for the refrigerator. It doesn't look like much, but it's very strong. Hold on. Whoa. And this is also where the toilet is going to slide like into. Also, I spray painted all these pieces, which is going to be like, I don't know. They're all the details of the van doors and stuff. Here's the rest of the walls that we painted. We just put one coat on here because we're gonna have to touch all this stuff up once all the walls are up because they're getting dirty already. Oh, another big thing. I bought my cabinets. It's really messy in here because I got a lot going on. Yeah, I can't really get back there because we have a lot of stuff. So that's one of the cabinets. So one's an 18-inch wide and one's a 15-inch wide, and they're 24 inches deep. So it'll be a good size cabinet. If you guys noticed on the wall in the van, it's dirty already, but that's gonna be covered. Let me go and show you real quick. Turn this off. So even though we painted it with just like one coat, it's really dirty because we had to like, put all the wiring. It may be hard to see, but it's just not as clean. So what's going to happen is, let's see, the cabinets are going to come like all the way up to here. And then I have those nice tiles that's going to go over pretty much a lot of this area. Then we're going to do tongue and groove wood up there. So a lot of this wall is going to get covered. So I really didn't feel like I need to like put two coats. And anything that's like still, let me go in, it's too loud. And cold. 43 degrees. Oh, I'm not used to 43. Oh, here's my sink. It's much better than the other one. It's better size. It's got sound deadener on the bottom. And one hole for the faucet. So this is better. And it was like half the price. Oh, I also got an inline water filter. Let's see. So this goes between the pump and the water. And here's my water pump. Like I said, we did a lot of like checking into stuff and ordering. This is heavy. Water pump. All this stuff came from Amazon, which they should sponsor me because I've bought a lot of stuff. Oh gosh, that's not light. Let's see. I think that's it. Sorry if I'm all over the place. I was just looking around, trying to find if I forgot anything. Also, a little tube or pipe kind of burst in my parents' refrigerator, so we had to spend some time. My dad spent some time trying to fix that, and because the whole carpet got like kind of not flooded, but definitely like came up, through the carpet and padding. So we had to take some time to not work on the van for that. Um, let's see. Let me scroll back. The snack pack rocks. Yes. Hi, dogs. My puppy stopped dead on her tracks. What she was doing when you push that button sound. Hey, Stavros Pete. Thank you so much. Let me give you your shout out. Let's give you.
Big shoots. Big scores.
Woo!
Hooray!
Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Oh, I love that little like dab. That's cute. I don't know they had that. That's so cute. While I was living in California, I bought a Butte County transit van after the Paradise Fire, November 8th, and I lost my rental home, had to settle for a van life. Oh, wow. Well, hopefully you're at least enjoying van life. All right, so everybody's saying it was still connected. Picture was good. Okay, van life is good, though. Good night from the UK. Good night, and thank you so much. Or you probably missed that, but thank you so much. Let's see. It's looking good. Looks good. Yeah, trim. That's a good word. Oh, the feed was glitchy. Dang. Hey, Roy, how are you? I'm doing well. Same temp here. Good size. Yeah, I think it's a good size sink. The other one was way too big. It's 4 degrees in Scotland. Oh. 6 in Denmark. 42. Yeah, it's too cold for me. Hey, Susan, let me get comfortable. I'm falling off the bed. Are you going to put in extra door security? Saw another guy who put metal struts to bolt doors shut from the inside of the van. I am. I don't know if that's going to be in like this initial build, but I am going to be putting some security things into the van just for some extra precautions. It is all coming together. It's like where you have to like piece things together and then things start coming together all at once. I think I'm going to try to do and finish the floor video for tomorrow. I'm trying to post videos on Sundays because that gives me a day to like edit and put a video out. So I'm hoping to get that video up by tomorrow. So it'll like talk about how the flooring came together. Also, there's a guest appearance in there from Ivana. If you guys don't know who she is, she was on another video about safety and she's been in another live stream. So she's in that flooring video. So I'm hopefully going to post that tomorrow. I will do my best to get that edited. Thank you so much, Debbie. I'm getting excited too. When that wall went up, I was like, oh my gosh, like things are actually happening. I'm so excited. Terry said, looks so good. Lots of work and patience. Can see the progress. Keep it up. Really like the cabinets. They look like real wood. So I think I think Jeff said it before that the cabinets were kind of like press board. They're pretty solid though. Like, yeah, they're not the most elaborate cabinets, but the front is like a good wood. I think it's nice. And I'm going to end up painting those. So I think that's fine. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It was 78 in Maryland today. How can it be 78 in Maryland and 43 in that? I know, my hands are cold. Let's see. I think I got a notification, but maybe not. Junk. Oh, Terry. Thank you so much. Terry just donated $15 to the snack fund. Thank you so much, Terry. I'm going to give you your shout out. Let's do. Ooh, that's a. Thank you so much, Terry. Another great supporter of the channel and totally appreciated. You guys are such great encouragers. All of this super helps to get the van build done. I've spent so much money at Home Depot, like on these things that it's just like really adds up. And one cool thing is when you're building a van, I mean, it's cool, but it's whatever. When you're building a van, at least in my experience, you end up buying all this stuff because you're not sure what's going to work and what's not going to work. So this week I was able to take back some things that I haven't used. So I had some like not gift cards, store credits. So I was able to use some of those store credits to buy new things, but then I had to buy more things. So that store credit's gone. But um, are you guys the kind of people that, remember to take stuff back, or do you guys end up with things that you don't need because you forgot to take them back? Because this week I did take some stuff back to Home Depot, Walmart, and it really adds up. So that's a very good thing to do. Hey, Naughty, how are you? Where are the snacks? I know. I should have snacks. We had snacks last week on Halloween, but I don't have any snacks right now. I want popcorn because there was like 3 people saying they had popcorn. But now I also want nachos. So I don't know. Hey, Chris, how are you? Nope, I remember to take stuff back. Don't want to be stuck with stuff I don't need. Sweet or salty popcorn. Right now I'm feeling salty popcorn, like with a lot of good butter on it. I think I want something like warm. I'm cold, so I think I want like a good nacho plate or something. But I do have a frozen pizza in there, a margarita pizza. Maybe I'll have that for dinner. Grant says you always take stuff back. Armella says I forget to take things back. I just pulled chocolate chips out of the oven. It's my favorite. I have to leave. Have a good night. Bye, Jane. Thank you for joining us. Most of the time I keep things if I think I'll use them later. Major purchases I'll return if there's no chance I can use it later, or if I don't know someone who can use it. P.S. I saw another video where they put some form of heating under the bed to prevent mold. How do you address that? Susan, that's a good question. So there's like different schools of thought on this. So I watched a lot of van build videos where people were like, we made a mistake. We should have used slats instead of one piece of plywood under the bed, because I guess moisture builds up under the mattress and it starts to get like the beginnings of mold. And so we had started to think, like me and my dad, who I'm building this van with, we were going to put slats when we get to the bed part. But our neighbor next door, they built their van, their conversion, and they use one single piece of plywood. And I asked them, oh, aren't you concerned about mold? And they're like, no, we think what happened is like one person had a problem with mold, like van life person, and they were in a colder climate. And then everybody thought that they had to start using slats. We've never had any problem with mold. So we just used one plywood, and we don't feel that, you need to do the slats or put a heater under there or do anything, because, it's not as big of an issue as most people think it's going to be. So now I'm like, do I need to do something? Because like in your house, like your beds could be on a platform. It could be on slats. It could be on just like a box spring, and you don't really get mold. But in a car, or a van, I know you're in different climates. And so I guess you can attract more moisture, but my van's going to be very heavily insulated. So to answer your question, I don't really have an answer, because I think right now we're still trying to decide what we're going to do. I think we're just going to end up with one piece of plywood. I don't think we're going to do the slats or a heater. And I guess if I get mold, I don't know. I guess it's going to be a foam bed. I guess I could cut that piece off and then I can put slats in later. But who knows? Maybe we'll end up doing slats after all. But I'm not sure. So to be continued, because I'm not sure exactly what we're doing on that yet. The bed's going to be one of the last things we're doing, because we're making room for cabinets, and then whatever room is left, we'll have room for the bed. Oh, Rhea's eating that egg custard I mentioned earlier. Warm and smooth on my throat. Oh, that sounds good. Thanks for the shout out. I just bought an El Grande to turn into and you've given me a lot of inspiration. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. And keep the awesome content coming. Thank you so much. To frat mold, put moisture wicking type plants, tropical plants, and cacti help suck in moisture. I am going to have a few little plants, so that's good. Good to know. I guess the more enclosed environment. Yeah, maybe. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know if you were really going to be like a snow person, where you're taking your van and just being in like very wet or moist environments. I'm not sure. Thank you, Grant, for reminding people with the likes. We got 48 likes. That's really good. Let's see. Camping in continual humidity exacerbates mold. Okay, so there we go. And from your breath too, you can just a couple holes in the plywood. Okay, so that's good to know because I've seen various videos where people were like really getting serious with these slats, and I'm like, well, I'm not like a petite girl, I need some like support in this bed. So I don't want to just get all like willy nilly with basic framing. I want to have a strong support for my bed. So I think that's a good idea with the holes. So thank you for mentioning that, Michelle. My experience living in Pacific Northwest is that if you air your van out from time to time, mold shouldn't be an issue when moisture clears up. Okay, that's good to know. I think it's more prevalent because you're cooking okay in a smaller area, which can cause condensation. These are all good, wonderful points, and I'm glad you guys are mentioning all these things because that's true. I will be cooking most of the time. At least I plan on it. Who knows? I did a lot of fast food on my last journey, so I'm really trying to stay away from that. Janaya says, if you do one piece of plywood, just drill a few holes in it to get rid of your body heat. Okay. I think I've been researching that for when I get a van. Okay. Thank you for all your good tips because I watched a lot of videos and I know a lot of people mention all those things and I always forget some of the things in terms of like why they did it. So that's good for everybody else to like, and myself to know why. But I think having those just holes, will be a good idea. So thank you. Put the fan above the cooking area. Yeah, my fan is already installed and it is more closer to the front area where the cooking's going to happen. So, and mine is the fan that can blow the air in or suck the air out. So I think that'll be good as well. All right, so I think we've covered all the van stuff that happened this week. I'm sure there's other things. There's always so many little things that I can't remember because there's like little details that you're always doing on a van, like I don't even know. There's just so many little things. But those are the big things. And I'm really hoping, like really, really hoping that we get all the walls up by next live stream. I'd really also like to get the cabinets in. But we just do the best we can. But the goal still is for me to leave on Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving. One little hitch to my plan, and then we're going to play the Would You Rather game. One little hitch in the plan is I was supposed to get my hair done this past week. But since I'm not leaving until the end of November, I don't want to get my hair done now because it's expensive. And that's like my one like luxury thing that I do for myself. And I don't want to spend the money right now. I want to wait till I'm ready to go because after that, I don't know when I'm going to get my hair done again because I'm not going to be in California. I'm going to have to find somebody on the road, which is scary. When you get your that's you can see my hair is growing out so much. This is the blonde all the way back here. But when you have fake blonde hair, I've had my hair damaged before by some people, some hairstylists. So when you find a good person, shout out to Sagebrush Studios, who does my hair in Palm Desert. They do such a great job. And so I don't want to get it done now because there's still like a few weeks. But they didn't have anything like right at the Thanksgiving time. So I'm going to get my hair done like first week of December. So whatever the day that I'm getting my hair done, I'm going to get it done in the morning. And then I'm just going to leave out that afternoon and probably go make it to like, I'm just making stuff, probably like Arizona. And that'll probably be my first night out on the road. So I think it's going to be the first week in December that I'm actually like leaving the state. So I will leave here, my parents' house, the day after Thanksgiving, go to San Diego for a week because I have to say goodbye to my friends, and then go get my hair done, and then I'll jet out. So that's my new plan. And again, I think I'm still going straight to Texas after that. Cat litter of silica beads poured in socks will soak up moisture. Oh yeah, that's true. I've heard about the silica, so that's good too. Sounds like a good plan. All right, yes. Okay, so are you guys ready for the game? If so, put a little thumbs emoji so that we can get it popping. I think we're gonna have to start getting some recommendations for these questions because I've Googled so many like would you rather questions, and a lot of them are so basic that I feel like I already know most of you guys' answer, or you guys would know my answer. So I really feel like either we're gonna have some group participation of getting new questions, because I'm like trying to find some like unique would you rather questions, but we've been doing this for a long time. So we'll see. And if you guys have any suggestions for other games, um, let me know as well because I like this game. I think it's fun, but there's only so many questions. All right, we got a lot of thumbs upses. Yeah, where's Fake Freedom? Did she fall off? You guys were on the same page last week. Um, let's see. I have 4 would you rather questions today, and I'm trying to think of which one to do first. All right, we'll just do a basic one first. I'm trying to find that emoji. It's okay, Karina. I know that you're in. All right. Hey, Mark, how are you? Um, the first question is this is just like a basic one. Would you rather have, if you were gifted this for free for the rest of your life, would you rather have a personal chef or a personal masseur? So, somebody that can cook all your food for you at any time, or you could get a massage anytime you want, like on call. These two people would be like at your beck and call. And and so to keep it more humane, let's just say they're robots. No, because getting a massage from a robot sounds terrible. Anyways, let's not think of it as like people being like used for things, but these people will get paid real good money. So you can either have a personal chef or a personal masseur. And I'm getting a notification, so let me check it out. Sometimes my phone is slow. Maybe because of all the wind. I don't know. Hey, Mimi King coming through with the $5 donation. Thank you so much, Mimi. I really appreciate that. Let me give you your shout out. Let's see. Let's give Mimi. I'm going to get. Oh, here's a cool one I added last week. That one's called slots, like slot machine. And then I gave you the ka-ching. Thank you so much, Mimi. I truly appreciate it. It's going all towards the van build. Okay, well, we got a lot of people chiming in here. Okay, so let me scroll back. Okay, so Susan's starting it off with chef, Grant chef. Oh, Michelle's going for the masseur. Tanya's going for massage. Jania's going massage. Debbie with the massage. Karen's going for that personal chef. As I love my food too much. Mark's with the chef. Armella is with the massage. My back would love it. Rhea's gonna get the masseur. Mike is a great cook, but he's not good with massages. Karina, a personal masseur. I can cook. I'd rather have the massages. Mimi King massage. Mike's going with chef, but not Chef Boyardee. Yes, on Fake Freedom, the vote is the biggest lie we have ever consumed while the Electoral College. Oh, actually, okay, cool. Oh, hey, Christine's Four Seasons is picking chef. Terry's picking a chef. Not sure I like other people other than my hubby touching my skin. Live with Bobby masseur. Hey, Sania. Chef. Agreed. I don't like strangers touching me either. Thank you very much, Mimi. I appreciate it. Janaya says, I'm going to pick the chef. Anyone touches my feet loses their teeth. That's a very strong statement. What about the Swedish chef from the Muppets? Did that Muppet ever cook anything good? Okay, if you've already voted, you can vote what you think I'm gonna choose. We haven't talked about it a lot, but I love a good massage. I mean, like, it's at one of the top of my lists of life. I have no problem with other people touching me from good massages. So, but you'll know I also love food, so this will be a toss up here. Oh, he make Swedish meatballs? I can't remember. Debbie Kennedy says chef. Allison would choose chef. You choose chef. Chef. Allison would choose chef though. Maybe he does Swedish massage while he's at it. That'd be a different kind of a Muppets episode, I think. Do you know of Bob Wells and how they can help you too? Yes, Bob Wells' channel Cheap RV Living is one of my favorites. He's like, if you're a van life person or like anyone that's living in your car, his channel is really awesome and a real good go-to. So he's one of the top people doing this. Definitely a toss up when you love both. So you will choose massage. Okay. Has everybody voted? Yes, you choose massage. You would choose the chef. It beats talking to a clown at the drive-through. That's true. I'll be out in queue in January. Oh, okay. Very cool. Mark Rosa, chef. All right. So, as much as I love a good massage, you guys should know I would choose a personal chef because number one, I'm not like the greatest cook. Number two, I've started to find a little enjoyment in cooking, but not enough to want to keep cooking that often. Um, so it's not on the top of my list. So if someone could cook all my meals for me, mm, that would be the highlight of my life. And I feel like I don't need to get massages that often. Do I love them? Yes. But like I have to eat every day, 2 or 3 times a day or more if I'm having snacks. So I feel like I get more bang out of my buck for a personal chef than a masseur. Like I could get massages like once a month or every 2 or 3 months and pay for it myself, but that food's going to add up. And so I think I would definitely go with the personal chef. I'm eating Chex Mix and can't put it down. Don't get me started on Chex Mix. I'm the same way, Terry. Like if you get me on a Chex Mix run, it's going to be over. Mimi says massage. Yes, says Grant. Damn, says Armella. Oh, you have a point there. My hubby does all our cooking. I hate cooking. Yeah, I'm not like, cooking is just whatever. I mean, like, if I ever get a partner, hopefully they're like good with massaging because my shoulders get like tense and stuff. And I'm going to be like, listen, that's going to be like one of your things because I have to edit a lot and my shoulders and then my neck gets sore. So hopefully whoever is going to be my boyfriend is going to really have to know how to do that. In India, when one hopes to engage and marry a family's daughter, they are expected to greet their girlfriend's parents by bowing down and embracing their feet as if shaking their hands. Oh yeah, feet and um, like cultures and religions are a big thing. Like in the Bible, Jesus washed people's feet as a sign of respect and humility. So, and I've done that before. I've washed people's feet before. I know that sounds weird, but if you really like follow the Bible, it's just a very strong sign of respect and like appreciation for somebody to like be so humble as to do that. And people have washed my feet before too. This is not like foot fetish stuff. It's just like respectful things. But thanks for sharing that, Grady. Mark says, have you ever heard of Victory Van Life? You'd enjoy him. He's from Canada. I don't know. I'm gonna write that one down. Like I said before, like I have so many channels, van life channels that I'm subscribed to, and I forget some of the names because I watch so many and they all blend together. So it could be one that I do watch, but off the top of my head, I don't know. So I'm gonna write that down. Grant says, reminds me of my first marriage. The in-laws must be respected in India. Definitely. It would be a plus to have a partner who can do both well. That's true. If somebody can cook and give good massages, sign me up. Amen. Fake freedom. Okay, fake freedom, you're back. We have 3 more questions. Okay, so the next one is going to be, since we're talking about relationships, let's do this one. Now, if you're already married, don't put your partner on blast, or if you're already in a relationship. This is just hypothetical because I don't want no fights after the live stream. I don't want to be part of anybody's fights. But and just pretend you're not dating or married in this question. And for your single people, this is whatever. Would you rather date or marry someone who is, if you had only had a choice of these 2 things, someone who is vain or someone who has low self-esteem? So someone who is, when I say vain, I'm not just talking like you love yourself, because I love myself. I think I'm great. But I'm talking about someone who's vain, like vanity, and is very puffed up about their looks and very thinks they're above other people, or somebody with low self-esteem, they're always oh, I'm not good enough, blah, blah. Both of those suck. I wouldn't date either of those people in real life, honestly. If somebody has low self-esteem, that's just a headache waiting to happen, because that type of person needs to get resolve that within themselves. And if you're vain, you're probably rude to other people, and I can't stand people that are arrogant. I wouldn't want either of those. So I'm going to have to really think about which one I would choose. I already know which one I'm going to choose, but neither of them sounds great. But which one would you choose? You'd be with someone who's vain or someone with low self-esteem? Okay, let's see. Tanya says, oh, I don't know, low self-esteem. Low self-esteem, that's a good one there. Low self-esteem can be built up with the right support. That's true. That's true. Leave me out of that. Neither. Janai is nope. Grant says someone who's vain. I was married to someone with low self-esteem and it sucked big time. I feel you on that. Jeannie says low self-esteem. Humble, low in spirit. Fake freedom says, okay, no thanks. I'll just keep looking. Low self-esteem, you can help them with that. I don't think you can fix vain. Facts. Rhea, tough choice. Low self-esteem. I'd be playing therapist all the time. Vain, they'd be putting me down all the time. I think I'd stay single. Yeah. I've done both, and I won't be with someone vain again. I love Rhea for who she is. Aw, that's sweet. If I had to choose low self-esteem, preferably neither. Yeah, I wouldn't choose either of those, but just for the game. Hey, Veronica, how are you? You can build one's self-esteem. Vanity is cold, cruel, and insensitive. That is true. Low self-esteem can be built up. I think low self-esteem so I could encourage her that she can do it. Awesome. Yeah, I think most people are choosing the self-esteem. You guys are so sweet. Which one do you guys think that I'll choose? Might just earn some serious cred. That's right. Yeah, you got to always be building up your partner. I love that. I think that's I'm falling off off this bed. I tried for 12 years and it didn't happen. Dang. Mimi says, I'll just stay single. Micah's done a lot for my low self-esteem. Aw, I've done both and it sucks. Neither. Susan's like, nope. Yeah, I'm trying to think of people I've had in my life. I think if I'd have to choose, or not choose, but just thinking back on my relationships, I don't think I've dated anybody that was super vain. But I have dated people that had low self-esteem, and it sucks because you're always you always feel like you're the one dragging somebody, and it's exhausting. Allison, I think you'll choose low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is still better than no esteem. True. Which one gives the best massage? Jeff. Yeah, really. I don't think the vain person would. I think the vain person would be well, I can't say the B word on here, but give me a massage. I think a vain person would be I forget who said it. Somebody who said like cruel and oh, Veronica said cruel and insensitive. I think a vain person wouldn't care about your massage needs. Um, you'd pick low self-esteem, maybe? You would choose low self-esteem. Yeah, just you would choose low self-esteem. Hello again. Hey Dee Dee. From Vancouver. Just got here, passed out from a nap. Oh, naps are the best. Massage. What I miss now, I miss everything. You're still here. We still got a couple more questions, so you're good. Um, I dealt with someone before who had no self-esteem. I just couldn't help him. Yeah, if somebody has no self-esteem, they need therapy. They don't need a relationship. Yeah, I haven't had a massage in over 22 years, so there you go. Dang. My vain person gave great massages. I think he would pick low self-esteem. I agree with Grant. You should never be with someone who is so vain. Maybe a good self-esteem would rub off on him. Yeah. So my answer is I would not want to choose either of those people, like I said. But in terms of the game, I would pick somebody with low self-esteem because arrogance grates on me. Like I can't stand it when people are so um just so arrogant and they just think that their opinions matter the most or that anything they say is over everybody else, or especially like if you're at a restaurant and you're rude to like the waitress or something, or you're just rude to people and you just like think that everybody is just working on your own whim. It's a gross characteristic, a personality flaw in my opinion. Low self-esteem, I've had low self-esteem like when I was younger, not like super low, but when sometimes when you just like have to learn how to like handle yourself and learn how to love yourself. So I think it really depends, but I wouldn't date anybody that's vain. I think I would just skip right over that person. Vanity, I would think far worse. Low self-esteem is often a result of being the omega dog. They're damaged from being dominated. Oh, dang. I agree with my hubby. He pulled me up rather than pulling him down. Thank God. Yes. Someone take away this Chex Mix, Terry. Don't give it to me, Terry, because I will be on that Chex Mix like crazy. Oh yeah, I don't like that. Gets under my skin. Yeah, I'm with you, girl. I married one for 15 years. Could not do it. Mm-mm. Oh, Mike and Ray are having the little love story in the chats, and I'm all for it. Yeah, I can't be with no vain person. That person would piss me off. I would be done in 5 seconds. I'd be like, yeah, no, I can't. I can't be with you. You probably think this song is about you. Yeah. Vanity is verifiably part of a personality. So it's true. That is a real serious thing. That's like, you know, that's just a terrible, terrible quality to have. And I know that there's some people that are vain and they really are like deep down very insecure. But, there's some people that really truly believe that they are like just the gift to the world. And I just can't with those people. All right, so we got 2 more questions. Let's see. All right, let's do this one. Both of these suck too. A lot of these would you rather questions suck, but would you rather sleep in a stuffy room, so one that like the air is thick, like humid and stuffy, or would you rather sleep in a smelly room, like a full-on just like very smelly, like dump smell, like just gross? Either a stuffy room or a smelly room. Hey Grant, you got promoted to the hammer. Congratulations. I was too. What's with clouds in my coffee anyway? Hey Ryan from Kuwait, Croatia. Welcome. Okay, so Debbie's coming through with the stuffy room. Both deadly, neither. Fake freedom's out. Susan's out. Life with the Bobbies, picking stuffy. Whoa, Monique's stuffy. Monique's not stuffy, but she's choosing stuffy. Grant's going with stuffy. Tanya's going with stuffy. Rhea's going with stuffy. I can always open a window. Mike's going with smelly. At least I can shower when I wake up. Stuffy is way too hard to breathe. Mimi's going with stuffy. A stale room for sure from Veronica. I would hate both, but I'd have to say stuffy. I would vomit if it was smelly. Jeannie's out. Hey, Brian, how are you? Brian's going with stuffy. Hey, Craig, how's it going? Janaya, I do smelly room because the nose stops registering odors after about 10 seconds. Jeff, what happened to the good ones? Like, do you like chocolate syrup on your ice cream or hot caramel? Yeah, maybe we should do some like delicious ones on the next time. Karina, I guess smelly. None. No, won't do it. Mark says, I need a shower. Yeah, stuffy. Hard to sleep, stuffy. Wow, most of you are going for the stuffy room. All right, which one do you guys think that I will choose? Chef Life, Fan Life. How are you? I'm glad you can make it. We're on our last 2 questions of the Would You Rather. You would choose stuffy. I think you would rather smelly. I think stuffy. I'm good. Love this game. Yay! We're glad you're here. You may be stuffy. You would pick stuffy. Stuffy for you. Going with stuffy. All you guys think I'm going to go with the stuffy, except for Karen. You do stuffy. Monique says me stuffy. Grant says stuffy. Rhea's predicting stuffy. I guess smelly for you. People see in the desert where you are, and along with living in the desert is low humidity, which you're not used to. Being stuffy. Smelly, you can't smell when you're asleep. All right, has everybody voted? All right, sweat, sorry. So Janaya and Jeff were correct, and sorry if I missed anybody else. I would actually go with a smelly room because number one, you could put a mask over your face, and I know that I've made videos where I can't like really breathe like with something over my face, but you guys have, like a lot of you had good ideas about like covering my nose when it's cold. And the thing is, like once you're sleeping, you don't smell anything. You're sleeping. I can't get down with stuffy. Like I said, when I have like covers over my face or whatever, or it's too humid, I can't do it. And I feel like if it's stuffy and humid, it could also be smelly. So you're actually getting stuffy and smelly at the same time, especially if you start sweating and if you have body odor or it's just, I don't like that feeling of it being like super like caved in with that stuffy feeling when I'm sleeping. I do humidity during the day and stuff, but at night, there was times where I was in my car and it was just like so thick and stuffy. I was like, I can't do it. Smelly is gross, but after a while, you just get just used to it, and also you're gonna be sleeping. So I think I'd rather go with the smelly room. Sorry, Grant. Can't breathe in Florida in August. Yeah, exactly. Stuffy ain't good. All right. And the last one, this one is kind of like definitely like an impossible game question. But we're just going to play the game. Hey, Lexus, how are you? Both situations are crap. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Deep thoughts. All right, so the next one is, would you rather have to drive blindfolded or drive with your hands handcuffed to the steering wheel? Which one would you rather? Like I said, that's like 2 impossible questions or options, because either way, that sucks. All right. So coming through. Okay, fake freedom's coming through with the handcuffed. Karen with handcuffed. Grant's handcuffed. Too easy handcuffed. Jeff Joe smelly. Crack the van window. Stuffy. Crack the van window. I mean, that's true. I never experienced the inability to smell. I have even dreamed of smells. Oh dang. Karina's going with handcuffed. Do you have any requests for me because I just started YouTube? Any requests? Like what? Susan says handcuffed. Debbie says handcuffed. Everyone's with the handcuffs. Monique, you would choose. Fake Freedom says I would choose handcuffed. Um, handcuffed. I don't think anybody's choosing blindfold. Handcuffed. At least I can see. Ray Charles once wrecked car driving blind. He wasn't injured. Dang. Handcuffs will break your arms. Blindfold. It's over fast. Oh dang. Bleak, but also facts. Self-assured, your olfactory nerve still processes data while asleep. Oh, I did not know that. Grady's coming through with some facts. You would choose handcuffed. Handcuffed. Handcuffed if it's automatic gear and highway, it has no turns. Handcuffed, you can see, just difficult. Blindfold, total mayhem. That's true. Did you guys ever see Talladega Nights? That's one of my favorite movies. It's so dumb. And he was in the car with like a blindfold, and then he was in a car with like, I think it was like a tiger or a lion. No, not a lion. I think it was a tiger. Um, that's a funny movie. It's just a stupid movie, but I love that movie. Claustrophobically handcuffed. You do handcuffs. Where are you at? What state? I am in Florida. I'm in California. As long as you don't go around corners or go fast. Yes, I saw that movie. That movie is hilarious and so stupid. Allison, you choose handcuffs. Monique thinks I'll choose handcuffs. I drove so much that I drive in my sleep. Maybe you could do the blindfold, Mike, because hey, if you drive that much, I guess if you had a certain route, but then you can like see if anybody was in front of you or whatever. Debbie says I would do handcuffs. All right, is everybody booted? Yes, I watched that at a drive-in. Yes, the cougar, yeah, was in a car hood. His car hood picture, yes. That was so stupid, but it's a funny movie. Miami here preparing for a hurricane. Oh, yes. Prayers to all the hurricane people like that's in the hurricane path because I've never been through a hurricane, so I can't really comment on it, but I'm sure it's terrifying. I've driven for a living since 1984. Yes, please, Veronica, stay safe. Have handcuffs, will travel. Same. I'd go blindfolded in a self-driven car. Hey, that's cheating. But yeah, I mean, I think, I would love a self-driving car if it was like legit, because then I could take a nap when I'm driving or like all kinds of things. I could edit and I'm driving. I could I could listen to podcasts anyway, but there's lots of things you could do if you were just in a self-driving car. Same here. Drive the same kind of routes every day in the truck. Yes, we will be getting rain and wild winds for this storm. Oof. Hurricane in Utah near the southern entrance of, oh, really? In Zion National Park? I've been to Zion. It's very beautiful. Didn't stay very long, so I'd like to go back. But Zion was delightful. I would choose, that's the only hurricane I have been to. Oh, you mean Hurricane Utah, the city? Okay. I thought you meant they were having a hurricane in Utah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of hurricanes that's been going on. Like it's like even like with like Louisiana. I think even Texas has gotten some hurricanes already. I think well over here in California we've been focusing on fires, but in the rest of the world there's a lot going on. There's a lot of other things going on. So prayers up to all the natural disasters that's happening because it's not something you can control, but you can at least try to prepare as best you can. 150-mile-per-hour winds are a real riot. Oof. Hurricane, Utah. Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Hurricane? Yes, LA gotten hit 4 times. Oh, Louisiana, yes. I have a friend who's from Louisiana, and her grandmother lives there, so they've had to go back and forth to get the grandmother um, from Louisiana because it's like there's like a hurricane, then the grandma goes back, and then there's another hurricane. It's just crazy. Just heat and fires here, Louisiana fires. We often get the rest of those hurricanes in Europe. Oh, dang, that's crazy. Okay, so I would actually choose. I think pretty much everyone's already voted. I would actually choose handcuffed. All of you were right. I don't think anybody voted the other way. Like you said, I mean, if you're two hands, like you might break your wrists, but you could get crazy. Like you could start standing up and like, get like really like physical with the driving if you had like to make some turns. Unless you had to make a U-turn, I think you'd be screwed. But with blindfold, you're just like you can't. I don't think you can do it. So I think handcuff would be the way to go. And hopefully, I never have to be in that situation. I don't have any like crimes, in my mind that I'm about to do. So I don't think I'll have to like escape from prison. So I think we're all good. So yes, 3 for 1 for this guy. Grant's having a great day. Got moderator and also 3 for 1. Shaking my head at having to evacuate so many times. Oh yeah, I've never had to do that. So like I bet that is annoying and terrible. I bet that's also scary and like makes you feel like vulnerable to your stuff and everything. All the things you gotta think about. So yeah, that's pretty terrible. Yeah, blindfolded, you're gonna die. It's true, you're gonna die. Utah loves to mispronounce stuff to detect the visitors. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Grant's doing the thing. Grant did a great job. I'm very happy with his moderating skills and a snowstorm. Oh, yeah. Been through many blizzards. I don't think I've even been through a blizzard. I think I've been through like maybe like medium snow, not even like massive like snows. I think the worst thing that I've been through is these fires and earthquakes. Been through a lot of earthquakes, um, but no other natural disasters that I could think of. Veronica says, "How's the van coming along? I came to live late. How is your dad?" The van is coming along very well. We just kind of went over that. I showed the van. We got the first wall up, insulated and up, and I have a lot of stuff ready to go in. So hopefully all the walls will be up by next week. And I'm still planning to, leave at the end of November. And my dad's doing great. His thumb is good, and everything's going well. It's just hard to work when it's getting colder. But other than that, everything's going great. So thank you for asking. I'm in a friend's house off the street. I didn't want to be out and about for the election, and now the storm. Yes, there could have been, and may still. I don't know because I haven't really been on the news, but um, there could have been a lot of craziness with the election going on, and storms. That's not somewhere you want to be in a car. Blizzard, come up to visit right now. And yeah, no, I think I'm good. I think I'll stick with my 42 degrees. We do fires and earthquakes. So Tanya's on my same wavelength with fires and earthquakes. Yes, Grant has done a great job. Everybody give Grant a little clapping emoji or some kind of party emoji or something because Grant's done a great job. And he's going to continue with the moderating. I'm going to just keep him as a moderator on here. And if we need more, we'll get to that level. But for now, that's been very helpful to me in case I miss a question or whatever, because sometimes it gets the chat's going and it's hard to get to everybody. Bye, Janaya. I'm so glad you were able to come. Let's see. Have experienced fire, earthquake, tornado, hurricane. It all bites. Oh, dang. Don't want snow and ice. No, we just have autumn with rain and wind. I can do rain and wind. Jeff loves earthquakes as long as nobody gets hurt. Oh, dang. I don't love them. I'm not like afraid of earthquakes, but I don't particularly like love them. When Hurricane Hugo rolled in, my father had decided to brace for the storm at Waffle House, and our 87 Pontiac Grand Prix lost its alternator 2 miles short of Waffle House. Oh, dang. I mean, Waffle House would be a great place to be in some kind of natural disaster if their walls stay up, because Waffle House is delicious. California, home of shake and bake. True. Gotta go. Bye, Susan. Yes, everybody is so nice to Grant. He's did a great job. We had to walk 2 miles through a hurricane to get to Waffle House. Dang, but hopefully you got some good food when you got there. I would love to try a real earthquake, tornado, and hurricane. I love crazy weather. I mean, if I knew I wasn't going to die or get like massively injured, I wouldn't mind doing any of those things too. Because I love a good storm. Like I love lightning and thunder and rain. I don't really love wind, but I do love a good storm. Like when I was in my car, there were a couple times where it was like heavy with the thunder and lightning. And on a car, it's like bing, 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 like all the sounds. I loved it. I thought it was great. Hurricane in Mississippi when I was little. Oh yeah, those suck. And I still yet love a pecan waffle. It's delicious. It's delicious. Good night, all. I need to pick up Rhea's daughter at her doctor's office. God bless you. See you next week. From Wisconsin, been in 3 tornadoes. All right. And with that, I think I'm going to be heading out too. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner because you guys talked about a lot of good food today. And now I feel like I need to have something delicious. Thank you guys so much for all of your donations to the Snack Fund, for participating in the live stream and in the Would You Rather game, and for being so nice to one another, and just for having a fun time in general. Also, thank you for 10,000 subscribers, for having so much fun and just building such a great channel together. And we will do more fun things. And I will see you guys on the next live stream next Saturday. So until next time, bye for now. God bless you guys. Go make some dumplings, maybe. Probably not, but might eat some dumplings. Okay, bye.